a few days since Neptune and I returned from the Zero Dimension. When we got back, we threw a small tea party to apologize to everyone for worrying them, but also to thank them for helping us. However, game industry was still in the middle of the CPU shift period, so we were worried everyone would be too busy to accept our invitation. But day by day, the baseless slander and terrible rumors against Neptune and the others have piled up. It seems they all had way more stress piled up than I thought.
Who's the jerk that posted on the image board saying I'm a lonely protector without any friends? It's spreading everywhere!
I'm having similar issues. There are claims that I've been excessively purchasing expensive teas from multiple shops, but I've been home all day.
Same. There are tons of Amazu product reviews written in my name for some reason. They're all pretty negative. Weird ones, too. Some products have gotten 100 low ratings in just 2 weeks, and these people are misspelling words in the reviews just to piss me off. For some reason, people are being led to believe it's from my supposed secret account.
Well, get this. They're all posting that I push all my work on Nep Jr. and Isti, and all I do is goof off. How rude.
Is she joking?
Everyone wanted to voice their complaints, so they made time to come to our party.
So, it's the same for everyone, huh? What terrible times we're living in. This is an awful mess.
Thanks to this, I can't go on without eating my feelings via delicious sweets. I'll end up putting on more mass at this rate.
You mean her chest is going to get larger?
There are some real meanies out there! How can they write all these lies with a straight face on?
I feel so bad for Blonde.
I can think of 2 reasons. One is that this is the work of pranksters. The other is that this is an elaborate scheme set for our ruin. If it is the latter, it could be assumed that it's the work of hostile nations. But that almost seems inconceivable.
All of our sisters are great friends.
Indeed. That is why I hope the 4 of us can endure these troubling times.
Hey, Neptune, didn't you say you had something important to tell us at this tea party?
Yeah, now that I remember, you did mention that. I was too busy complaining, so I forgot.
Yep, that I do. It completely slipped my mind, too. You see, I was thinking since times are tough, we should get through this as one big team instead of dealing with it individually.
A surprisingly good idea coming from you, Neptune. I was starting to feel like I was at my limits working alone.
Oh, I know. They say 3 heads are better than 1, so we should be helping each other.
Helping each other out, huh? I do think it's a good idea, but it'll probably be spun in a way that'll just fan the flames.
I can see the criticisms in tomorrow's headlines. The New World Order has begun. Or, meet the CPUs who can't do anything on their own.
I think you might be thinking a little too pessimistically.
You'd understand if you'd been hounded by criticisms for this long. Imagine if every one of your good intentions were skewed by the public so fault was found in them. You'd get pretty pessimistic too.
but I think it's worth trying. Since this is Neptune we're talking about, I'm sure she has an amazing idea. I think your expectations are too high, but what do you think, Neptune?
Well, I think it'd be awesome if all our nations got together and threw a giant festival.
A festival? Our nations already have those every year.
You're thinking too small, Noire. I want to set up a multi-nation festival, a festival to celebrate all of game industry. And we can use up everyone's national budgets to throw the biggest party ever!
I think that's going a little too far.
No, that's a good idea.
What?
Hear me out. I'm ignoring the part about blowing the budget, of course. Oh, good.
I'm in agreement with Neptune's proposal. We've been working separately until now, but we can turn the tide with a move like this.
You're right. We might just get the chance to weed out whoever's been distributing strange information, too.
Distributing strange information?
I'm not certain, but I think someone has been spreading rumors and lies about us to cast the people into a state of mistrust and unease.
This is merely conjecture, but the scope of this work suggests the effort of a group. Otherwise, this amount of information control is impossible.
I guess while I was in the other world, you all have been investigating this quite a bit.
Well, aside from the fact that Neptune is as dense as usual when it comes to something important, let's try throwing this Game Industry Appreciation Festival.
Then let's all make the festival a huge success! Yeah!
The months that followed that tea party passed by quickly, and the Game Industry Appreciation Festival was successfully executed. Before the festival, the rumors and accusations about the CPUs had both increased and worsened. But ever since the festival began, those lies quickly disappeared. Perhaps everyone was enjoying the festival too much to care anymore. In fact, it looked like all the shares lost by the CPUs were being restored.
I'm relieved the festival opened without a hitch.
Me too. I thought there would be a lot of backlash, but people from all the nations happily worked together, which helped a lot.
That definitely surprised me. It'd be sweet if everyone's faith in our sisters was restored after this, even just a little bit.
Everyone seems to be enjoying the festival, so I'm sure that'll happen.
I hope so. Uni, we found you! Found you? Look at this! I got some crepes from that old man at the stall. Wow, those look delicious. Would you let me have a bite?
Ta-da! We brought some for both of you. He gave it to us as a thanks for a fun festival. See, Uni, it's just like I said.
You're right. Maybe I was just being cynical.
Hey, isn't it almost time? Time? You know, for the Grand Prix finals! Our sisters are fighting, so we gotta go cheer them on! Ram! Wait for me!
Hey, don't leave us behind! Wait up!
And so, as if we were ignoring our needless fears, the hugely successful festival approached its final day. That was also the day when the centerpiece of the festival, the finals league of the G1 Grand Prix, would begin. That's where fierce battles between warriors from all over game industry were waged. Oh, by the way, it was a little disappointing, but I lost to Vert in the final qualifying round. At least I made 5th place, though. I would personally like Neptune to win, but please, everyone, do your best!
So it's come down to us four after all.
This is perfect. Let's use this as a chance to see which one of us is the strongest goddess!
Splendid! This is the perfect opportunity for me to show off my strength before all the nations.
Goodness, you all get so overly confident when you're in your HDD forms.
Well, what do you say, Neptune?
I don't mind. If I'm victorious here, it will mean that Planetoon's future will be bright and my place secured.
It's decided then. About this time with boring one-on-one matches. Let's end this with a four-woman mania!
Hey, hold off on that match for a second.
What the? Who is that? Show yourself immediately!
You say you don't know who we are, huh? Well, let me enlighten you.
We are those who reign from the 4 golden summits. We will call ourselves the Gold Third.
Gold Third? I don't really get how that makes sense if there are 4 of you, but step aside. Get out of the way of our final match.
So rude! Can't you see we're livening up this boring party? Normally, for this kind of service, I'd charge you guys more than you could afford.
Is money your objective? Even if you were to extort us, we are not about to hand over control.
Control of game industry? Not interested.
Then what the hell is it? Are you little doggies gonna bark all day, or are you gonna freaking bite?
That's right. I've always wanted to try my hand against a CPU.
How interesting. Do you all believe you can win against us?
It isn't a question. It'll simply be done.
You have a strong resolve. Very well. We will be your opponents.